Good morning. I am out here to show you a couple of things. A lot of you know that I do these videos initially was for my father, and I still do them for my dad. He still watches. Dad, good morning. I've got a project here I'm working on. This is a fruit press. As you see, that's what it'll look like when it's assembled. These are all the components I've got. Yeah, we go through a lot of fruit, so that will be a great addition to my stuff. But that's not what I'm here to show you today. Today I've taken, again, old wood that I have laying around. There's some 2x6s that I ripped down, and this is what's left of them. Not much, but that's the crappy end. And I will use these for staking tomatoes next year. But what I'm going to show you is something outside. What we've done is basically set up our patio. And I know that my dad asked to see the house again. This is basically what we've done. A year ago, I put up some wood on the far end down here. Now, mind you, this isn't some fancy construction job. This is just, it was down and dirty. This went up last year, as you can see the difference in the color. Again, 2x6 dunnage boards that I had went up first. All this has to be painted. Painting is not my biggest strong point, so the construction of it was set up because we had a lot of north wind last year, the year before last, that totally encased all of my firewood that was on the patio. So I put this up, helped out enormously, but we still got a lot of snow, obviously, and a lot of it ended up covering up my firewood again. We also got a grandson now that is getting closer and closer to moving and being mobile. So I wanted to put up some railing and some more protection, and I moved the barbecue down to the other end so that it's all kind of symmetrical. And as you can see, we have a person in there using it right now to have her morning coffee. It is early morning. We have some clouds. Not much into the north. That's the north. We've got a lot of weeds. Got to do some weeding in there and got to clean the chimney, but I digress. That's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about a patio thing. Again, you don't have to be fancy. You just have to get it done. That's the way I look at it. You come in here. Now what we've done in here is this is where my firewood ends up. We have a lot of firewood out in the front yard, but we put the firewood in. As you can see, it's attached. This time it won't blow away, and we'll be able to keep it somewhat dry. So out front, as a lot of you know, I've got a mountain of firewood. The firewood then comes in here and goes onto this one. And then this little guy goes inside by the wood stove during the winter, and we fill him so that we have it handy and ready. So we have 3 spots we keep wood. So now with this additional piece here, that'll keep that west wind from blowing in the snow onto it. It'll still get through here, but not as bad. So I think we're a lot better off. And then our barbecue down there, I kind of don't like doing things that aren't somewhat symmetrical. So I wanted to match the two ends so that it looked proper. And again, it's not real fancy construction, as you can see. I had these 2x4s. They were from old rail pallets that I stripped. And yeah, that's 113 inches. It's not an easy one to come by. And these guys just barely reached. But they reached. So we're good there. My big problem is still a ceiling. As you can see, the discoloration. The problem here is that there's so much moisture in the air, it collects up there. And then as you can see on the ground, it drips onto the ground. The only solution, of course, is to somehow insulate that. But there is no cheap DIY, do-it-yourself solution to this. Spray foam would be the logical solution, but I can't afford that. So we basically just don't come out here when it's dripping. We're out here this morning and she's braving it because she wants to watch the animals. And this is our view off of this deck, or patio, whichever way you want to call it. This are just the boys. They're in rut. They're going into rut, so we don't have them mixed with the girls anymore. They'll have to stay on their own for a little while. And yeah, like that. And here comes the sun. Well, hopefully that gives you an idea of what the back of the house looks like. This is my house. And that house up there is my daughter's house. All right, well, got work to do. We'll see you later.